5 seconds. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, I was submitting in the forenoon session that political defections have become a moral feature of our political and public life. I hope after this Constitution Amendment Bill adopted, we will get rid of this bad thing which has been happening in our public life. I was also saying that a good move has been made by the party in power. After all, a democratic government is not a government by a majority. It is not a majority rule which operates. In the real sense, the party in power should take the parties in opposition into confidence, not merely take them into confidence, but they should also try to meet their point of view to the fullest extent possible. This is the way democracy operates. This is the system which we have inherited from our ancestors, which used to be in the form of panchayat systems. We need to preserve, nurture and see that it flower further so that we can take all advantages through this system. The only alternative to this system is, as is well known, dictatorship, where a person, a human being, cannot flower his own and to the full. Basic freedoms which are very necessary for an advancement of the society and for achieving various objectives are not available. This defection has raised a matter of principle because it is a matter of morality in public life, in political life, which needs to be gone into. I know, sir, that this is something which has been happening in all countries, of course, democratic countries, and we have witnessed a number of incidents of this type. But I would submit along with that it is just not right to defect. I think there is something more than that which also we should try to understand. A person leaves party for two reasons. One is that it is a matter of principle or certain basic policy or a program against which the party is trying to go. It might have been enshrined in the constitution, in the policies and programs, but still the occasions do arise when the parties go against their very principles and policies. It is only under circumstances that there are certain persons, members, who are more loyal to the basic principles rather than to the institution or a party who raise the question of freedom of conscience. After all, political party is an instrument to achieve something. It is not an end by itself. If you like, from this point of view, the right to dissent or even to live is a basic right which should exist in any democratic society. But the point is relevant is how this is going to be exercised. It is going to be exercised for personal advancement, gain, personal benefit, selfish interest or some national or social interest. This is the dividing line and this should be kept in mind. I am therefore happy that the particular clause which used to be in the original bill that was sought to be introduced, that a person who could be expelled from a party outside the house not connected with the voting in house also would disqualify from the membership of the house has been given a go by unanimously. That is a very welcome feature of this particular bill. Again, as I was saying, there are a number of situations wherein the people are required to operate, to work and vote according to the policies that are laid down. It is true that the members are elected on the basis of certain policies and programs to a political party. It is therefore their bounden duty to see that these policies and programs are properly implemented and the issues that come up before the House are accordingly voted upon. Any person or member who tries to transgress these limits needs to be punished, but it is in this context that it becomes a matter of very serious concern. That is, when a person defects because he wants to get into power or get something in return, either in installing or pulling down the government. This is something which is more condemnable, and that is why it has become a matter of contempt as far as the public is concerned. But sometime I do wonder, sir, that if defection is given a go by for all the time to come, and in all the countries, probably the great men who have appeared on the scene in history might not appear anymore. As my one friend put it, the charms of defection also may not be there. I would like to submit that there was a great man who defected not once but thrice. He is one of the greatest men of that country. As we see it, he started his career as a Conservative Party member, become an independent member, and later on again reverted to the Conservative Party, from where he occupied the highest post in the country. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, I was submitting in the forenoon session that political directions have become a moral feature of our political and public life. I hope after this Constitution Amendment Bill adopted, we will get rid of this bad thing which has been happening in our public life.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.